So, dear students, so once again, good morning to all. So, today our topic is anti-hyperlipidemic drugs. So, as the name suggests, so these drugs, so they are helpful for the treatment of the hyperlipidemia. That is, they can treat the, or they can correct the, or they can lower the excess of the bad fats from our blood. Then, so they are helpful for the various kind of the disorders. And these drugs are also known as a hypolipidemic drugs because so they can decrease the level of lipid in the blood. So due to that reason, so they are known as the hypolipidemic drugs. So these drugs are mainly employed or used for the treatment of the coronary artery disease, that is CHD. So overall, there are 37,000 of the people. So they are die every year due to coronary artery disease. And here, the coronary artery disease is nothing but the depositions of the bad fat, that is especially cholesterol in the coronary artery. And coronary arteries are the blood vessel, so they are supply pure blood to the our heart. Okay, so coronary arteries, so these are the blood vessels, so they are supply oxygenated blood from aorta to the different myocardium or different part of the heart. So then only the muscles of the heart, so they can gain the oxygen and they are involved in the pumping systems. If the muscles having lack of oxygen, then there is a fluctuations. So due to that, arrhythmia may be occurs. So due to that, hypertension may be occurs, or due to that, angina may be occurs, or finally, the muscles are die. So that was known as the heart attack. So due to that conditions, they are occurs due to lack of the oxygen supply. So due to coronary heart disease or CHD. So CHD is occurs due to imbalance between the level of LDL and triacylglycerol or HDL. Especially, so whatever the fats or cholesterol lipids, so they are present in our blood. So they are mainly categorized into two types. One is the beneficial fat and another one is the harmful fat or harmful lipids. So beneficial fats are, that is HDL. So HDL is a beneficial fat. So this one, it is a beneficial fat. Its level was elevated mean it do not cause any kind of the blood related disorders or coronary artery disease or blockage of the blood vessels. But harmful fats like LDL, triacylglycerol, chylomicrons, that is written as the CM, then as well as the VLDL, that is very low density proteins. So these are the harmful. Okay, so these harmful lipids, so they are responsible for formations of the atherosclerosis, that is the depositions of the certain substances in the particular place of the blood vessel. So due to that, the supply of the blood can be decreases. So due to entry of free radicals, so they can damage the blood vessel. So that damaged part of the blood vessel, so were, so these fat are deposited. So due to that, the diameters of the blood vessels was decreases, and the nascent organs after the atherosclerosis, whatever the organs are present, so those organs, so they are having the deficiency of the oxygen. For example, so if you are having the clot means your heart is present or your kidney is present. So due to this clot, due to depositions of bad fat like LDL, chylomicron, triacylglycerol, LDL, so blood supply was decreases, or whatever the blood was move here, so that can move the with high blood pressure. So due to high blood pressure, once again it can create the pressure on the organ. So due to that, what the blood vessels are present in the heart or in the kidney or in the nascent organs, so they are damages. So due to damage of blood vessels, so internal hemorrhage occurs. So due to internal hemorrhage, so that organ was failed. So due to that, the death was occurs only due to increase the non-beneficial or harmful fat. But regarding HDL, the HDL it is having the property, it can clear the bad fat from the blood. Then they are helpful for treatment of the coronary artery disease, or they can prevent the atherosclerosis, myocardial infarction, or many other disorders they are related to the bad fat. Okay, so any imbalances between HDL ratio and LDL, then only the person was suffering from the coronary artery disease, that was also known as a CHD. So this CHD, there is risk factor is smoking. So smoking, in sometimes the nicotine it can clear the plasma, but finally due to accumulations of smoke or carbon monoxide or dioxide, so they are responsible for the generations of the free radicals due to the use of the second hand smoke or second hand cigarette, BDs like. So they are generate the free radicals, and those free radicals, so they are damage the blood vessels. So to ruptures of blood vessels, so these fat are blood vessels, so they are deposited and responsible for the development of the atherosclerosis, or responsible to cause of the myocardial infarctions or hypertension. So due to increase the blood pressure, the blood vessels are damages. So due to that, once again, they are responsible for the development of the atherosclerosis and obesity. So as you know, obesity is nothing but that is a gain of the body weight more than the normal. When the body weight was increases, the pressure on the blood vessel was increases. So due to that, the blood pressure is increases or the blood vessels are damages, and as well as the blood can containing the rich of or more concentrations of the cholesterol. So that was responsible for to cause of the coronary heart diseases. Then diabetes, also another risk factor responsible to cause of the coronary artery disease. Then age related, in as the age is going on, the obesity is occurs, the weight gain is occurs. So that's why age is also risk factors for the coronary artery disease. And sex, so the once again, the female are more prone to the obesity as compared to the male, because the female having two hormone, one is the estrogen and another one is the progesterone. Estrogen, it can increase the HDL and decrease the bad fat, okay, harmful fat. But regarding progesterone, it can cancel the beneficial effect of the estrogen, where the progesterone it can enhance the obesity by enhancing the cholesterol or harmful lipids in the blood. So that's why, so after the pregnant delivery or during the pregnancy, the woman can got the more body weight. If were the women are active during pregnancy, after labor, they involving in the daily light aerobic exercise, so then they are free from the obesity, then they are free from the coronary disease or atherosclerosis or many other disorder, then they are free from the mortality and morbidity. So as well as the family, that is once again, so these all disorders they are related to the genetic factors. If someone from our grandfather grandmother, so they are suffering from the obesity or they are suffering from the coronary artery disease, means definitely our offspring is also suffering from the such kind of the disease. But even the family related disorder we can be minimized when we are involving in the daily regular exercise, or we can gaining the, that is the balanced diet, they are containing the rich of antioxidant, so they then we are free from the various kind of the disorder. And last risk factor, that is the decrease the physical activity. So as the physical activity decreases, we are sitting in the single places due to lockdown, then obviously we can got the more body weight, because exercise it can need the more ATP and the cholesterol, triglyceride, so they are the rich source of ATP. So when the demand of ATP was increases, the muscles, so they are involved in the beta oxidation, then they can supply the ATP. So that ATP is helpful for to nourish the body. So like that, the cholesterol triglycerides so in the body, so that was decreases. But we a lack of activity or decrease the exercise and physical activity, so then obviously we can got the more body weight, then we are suffering from the obesity. So that is also responsible for the various kind of the blood related or blood vessels related disorders. So now we learn regarding the classifications of anti-hyperlipidemic drugs. So these drugs, so they are mainly classified into six class. That is the first one is the HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors. Example is a lovastatin, pravastatin, simvastatin, and atorvastatin. So this HMG-CoA reductase, it is an enzyme found in the liver, so where it is responsible for formations of the cholesterol. It is a rate limiting step. So in the liver, in the presence of the SMG coeritase, so the malonic acid was formed. So the malonic acid is the main precursors required for the biosynthesis of cholesterol. And lack of this enzyme, the cholesterol cannot be synthesized. So like that, so these drugs, they inhibit the biosynthesis of the cholesterol in the liver by inhibiting the HMG-CoA reductase enzyme like lovastatin, pravastatin, simvastatin, and atorvastatin. So these all drugs are also known as a statin drugs. Statin drugs is nothing but this is the HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors. So these are popularly, commonly used for the treatment of the hyperlipidemia or coronary artery disease or atherosclerosis, because so they are mainly inhibit the formation of risk factors like a cholesterol by targeting the HMG CoA reductase enzyme. And second derivative drugs, that is the fibric acid derivatives. So these are the drugs or derivatives like colfibrate, fenofibrate, then gembitriol. So these drugs, so they are mainly enhance the one enzyme activity, that is the lipoprotein lipase activity. So this enzyme, it is required for or it is present in the small intestine and as well as in the adipose tissues. So where it can accelerate the formations of the free fatty acids from the cholesterol, from the triglycerides or from the VLDL. So like that, from the blood, so the bad cholesterol was decreases by influence of the lipoprotein lipase activity. It can enhance the reuptake of the fats from the adipose tissues, where it can involve in the formations of the free fatty acids. And free fatty acids are further converted into triglycerides, so then they are deposited in the or stored in the adipose tissues. Or some free fatty acids, so they are required for the biosynthesis or generations of the plasma proteins. So like that, so these lipoprotein lipase enzyme is essential for to decrease the bad fat or lower the bad fats or harmful fats. And these drugs, so they are enhance the activity of lipoprotein lipase activity. So due to that, they can decrease the all harmful fat from the blood. And third category drugs, so those are known as the bile acid resins. Example is a cholesterol and cholestyramines. So these two drugs, so they are when you are administered, so they are enter in the small intestine, so where they are formed the complex with the bile acids. So already you are familiar. So the bile acids, so they are formed in the liver and stored in the bile ducts. So when the food enter in the duodenum, then only the bile was secreted from in the duodenum through a bile duct. So that secreted bile acids or bile juice is helpful for the metabolism of lipids or reabsorptions of the lipids like cholesterol, triglycerides, chylomicrons or phospholipids from intestine into the blood. And these drugs, so they are complex with the bile acids, so they do not keep the free form of the bile acids. So due to lack of free form of bile acids, So those fat from the intestine, they do not reabsorb, do not enter in our blood from the intestine or from the food. So like that, so they are responsible for to decrease the, so these harmful fat in the blood by inhibiting its reabsorption by formations of the complex with the bile acids. Then that is the fourth classification, that is the nicotinic acid, that is the niacin. So niacin is a water soluble vitamins. It is the one of the most important drug or commonly used drug to control the hyperlipidemia or to treat the coronary artery disease or atherosclerosis or myocardial infarction, because it is a natural antioxidant or it is the vitamin. It is mainly enhance the beneficial fat like HDL level and decrease the harmful fat like triglycerides and chylomicrons or LDL, and also inhibit the formations of the or synthesis of the triglyceride in the adipose tissues as well as in the liver. So due to that property, it is one of the main drug or important drug or commonly used drug helpful for treatment of the any kind of the, that is the coronary artery diseases or hyperlipidemia disorders. So next one is the, that is fifth class, that is the cholesterol absorption inhibitors like ezetimibe. It is mainly inhibit the absorption of cholesterol from the intestine. So like that, they are helpful for the treatment of the hyperlipidemia. Then large drug, that is miscellaneous, that is edible oil, fish oil, then alcohol. So alcohol, it mainly acts on the liver where it can enhance the HDL and decrease LDL. And regarding fish oil, it can contain the 3 omega fatty acids. So they are present in the fish oil. So these 3 omega fatty acid, it is a rich antioxidant. So it is helpful for to enhance the metabolism of the harmful fat. Due to that, they can decrease the LDL, HDL, VLDL, and as well as it can enhance the synthesis and concentrations of the HDL. That is a beneficial fat. So due to that property, so the fish oil, it is helpful for treatment of the hyperlipid. So like that only, so those are prefer the seafood in the coastal area, in the Ratnagiri side people. So they are always slim. So they are free from the coronary artery disease because they are having the natural antioxidant in their food like 3 omega fatty acids. If you are non-vegetarian, then I suggest to you, you can go for the fish for prefer in the diet. So that was helpful for to decrease the, there is a coronary artery disease, atherosclerosis, and as well as the myocardial infarctions. So like that, so these drugs, so they are helpful for the treatment of the hyperlipidemia. So next one is the, so regarding the mechanism of hypolipidemic drugs or anti-hyperlipidemic drugs. So before that, we should understand how the cholesterol was regulated in our body. So from the diet, so that diet, it can contain the rich of cholesterol, triglycerides, and as well as the free fatty acids. So they are from the diet, so they are enter in the small intestines. From the, from the small intestine, so that cholesterol is enter in the liver. So where it can stored or in the liver. So cholesterol was formed from the acetate. For acetate can convert into HMG CoA in the presence of HMG CoA reductase enzyme. So that was converted into malonic acid, and the malonic acid further converted into cholesterol. Then further, in the presence of 7 alpha hydrolase enzyme, so that was cholesterol is counted into bile acid. Then bile acid enter into the small intestine through a biliary duct or stored in the bile ducts. Then where it can enhance the absorptions of the cholesterol, triglycerides, and as well as the phospholipids. Then with the help of the portal circulation, so they are enter into the liver. So like that, the excess of cholesterol, so they are stored in the liver. From the liver, So that cholesterol was transported into the blood in the form of the VLDL, that is the very low density lipoproteins. So these they are enter in the blood vessels, and some VLDL in the influence of the lipoprotein lipase enzyme, so they are counted into fatty acids in the adipose tissues. And further fatty acids, so they are counted into triglycerides. And triglycerides is responsible for our cholesterol or lipid, so they also required for the synthesis of the plasma membranes, or so they are required for the synthesis of the certain steroidal hormones. Okay, if it is axis, so then only so they are present more in the blood, so due to that only we are suffering from the hyperlipidemia in the blood vessel. Further, so they are counted into IDL, then IDL into LDL. So this LDL is enter into the once again liver, so with the help of the LDL receptors. So LDL receptors, so they can pick up the LDL from the blood and involved in the synthesis of the cholesterol. So this is the basic regulations of the fats or metabolism of the cholesterol. From the food it enter in the liver, or in the liver it come form from the acetate in the presence of the HMG reductase enzyme, or from the intestine it can be reabsorbed with the help of the bile acids. From the liver it can transport it to the blood in the form of the VLDL. Then further in the blood VLDL converted to LDL, then LDL is reuptake by the liver with the help of the LDL receptors, or some VLDL they are enter into the adipose tissues under the influence of lipoprotein lipase enzyme, that is also written as the LL enzyme. So this enzyme is responsible for the conversions of VLDL into fatty acids. So then this fatty acid is required for the synthesis of plasma protein, that is plasma membranes or plasma proteins, as well as so they are required for the synthesis of the steroids. So it is the role of the cholesterol or regulations. Or further the fatty acids, so they are converted into triglycerides. So then from the triglycerides, so they are entering the liver, so where so they are converted into VLDL, then VLDL, then further into LDL, that is the further part. So like that the cholesterol can be regulated in our body. And here the hypolipid drugs, so they are lowers the excess of cholesterol. So when you are suffering from the high cholesterol level in our body, so then only we can visit to the doctors. So then the doctors, so they are administer the group of medications or drugs or therapy, and those drugs are known as the hypolipid drugs or anti-hyperlipidemic drugs. So these drugs, whatever the doctors they are administered drugs, so those drugs, so they are work in the any one of the sequence. For example, some drugs are there, so they are inhibit the reabsorptions of the cholesterol from intestine to the portal circulation or portal vein, then into liver. So like that they enhance the removal of or excretions of the cholesterol from the intestine through a feces by inhibiting its reabsorptions. Or some drugs are there, so they are inhibit the free bile acids in the small intestine by forming with complex, then the cholesterol cannot be reabsorbed. So like that the source of cholesterol that was decreases, then finally inside the blood, so the cholesterol is decreases because that cholesterol is another side, it is required for the formations of the fatty acids. Fatty acid is required for the formations of the plasma membranes, plasma proteins, as well as the steroid hormones. So like that they are decrease the source of the cholesterol. Or some drugs are there, so they are inhibit the HMG reductase enzyme. Due to that, the cholesterol cannot be formed in the liver. So like that, they can decrease the cholesterol level in the livers. So in this sequence, so this is the rate limiting step. So they are asking the many time in the exams. So this is the rate limiting step. So that nothing but how much amount of HMG enzyme is present, that much cholesterol is only synthesized. Such reactions are known as the rate limiting step, and second one is there, that is the conversions of cholesterol into bile acid in the presence of 7 alpha hydroxylate. It is also rate limiting step. And some drugs are there, so they are inhibit the HMG CoA enzyme, then they are shows the hypolipidic effect. Or some drugs are there, so they enhance the lipoprotein lipase activity. Then, so they are enhance the formations of more fatty acids from the VLDL. So like that, so they can decrease the harmful fat level, lipids level in the blood. Then also, so they are helpful for the to shows the hypolipidemic activity. Or some drugs are there, so they are inhibit the formations of VLDL from the liver or from the cholesterol like a niacin. Then VLDL is not formed means the VLDL cannot be enter in the blood. So due to that, the blood level of the bad fat that was the decreases by administrations of the niacin. So these are the possible mechanism of the all hypolipidemic drugs. So now we learn one by one. First we learn regarding the HMG CoA reductase inhibitors. Example is a lovastatin. So these drugs, so they are mainly targeted the HMG CoA reductase enzyme. So this enzyme is responsible for conversions of HMG CoA into a malonic acid. And the malonic acid, it is the precursor or basic molecule is required for the formations of cholesterol. And these drugs, that is the HMG CoA inhibitors like lovastatins, are all statins. So they are inhibit this enzyme. Then they are inhibit the synthesis of the cholesterol. So due to lack of cholesterol, so they can show the hypolipidemic activity. So regarding the actions, so these drugs, so they are mainly decreases the synthesis of cholesterol by targeting the that is the by inhibiting the formations of malonic acid. And these drugs also trigger or enhance the DNA then mRNA. So already you know the DNA and mRNA, that is messenger RNA. So they are play important role in the formations of proteins. And here the synthesis of plasma proteins or certain hormones or steroidal drugs, so they require the lipoproteins as a basic molecule. And here, so these drugs, so they are trigger the DNA then mRNA. So due to that, the formations of more DNA, mRNA, so they are involved in the formations of the more lipoproteins by utilizations of the VLDL or by utilization of the cholesterol. So due to that, so they are decreases the cholesterol level in the blood. One side they inhibit the synthesis of cholesterol. Then in second side, so they enhance the utilizations of cholesterol by triggering the DNA and mRNA. Then they can responsible for formations of the more lipoprotein. So due to that reason, so they are decreases the cholesterol level or harmful lipid in the blood. In another side, so these drugs, so they are enhance the synthesis of the LDL receptor. So as the LDL receptor, their synthesis increases in the liver cell, then they can pick up the or reuptake the more LDL. So when they pick up more LDL, so then LDL is picked up, then they are involved in the formations of the cholesterol or they are involved in the formations of the LDL. So like that, so these drugs are also, so they are decrease the LDL level in the blood by enhancing the formation or number of the LDL receptors. So due to that, so they can increases the binding of LDL with more receptors. So when they are binding more, so then the more molecule from the blood, so they are enter in the liver. From the in the liver, so they are metabolized. So like that, so these CoMG, HMG CoA inhibitors, so they can decrease the VLDL level as well as the LDL level in the blood. So due to that, so these are the potent drug helpful for treatment of the any kind of the hyperlipidemia, because one side, so they are decreases the synthesis of the cholesterol, that is the source of the cholesterol, by targeting HMG CoA enzyme. In another side, so they also enhance the metabolism of VLDL by triggering the DNA, then mRNA. And also, so they are trigger the metabolism of LDL or utilizations of LDL by enhancing the synthesis of the LDL receptor or by increasing the number of the LDL receptors. So next mechanism regarding the bile acid resins. So these drugs like cholesterol, so they are mainly complex with the bile acid in the small intestine. Then they forms the insoluble complex. So that complex cannot be reabsorbed back to the liver because bile acid, so they are reabsorbed and back are restored into the liver. But due to this complex, the bile acids cannot be reabsorbed. So they are excreted through the faces. Like that, so they decrease the bile acids by formations with the complex. So then, so due to formations of this complex, the cholesterol cannot be reabsorbed. So this property is helpful for to decrease the cholesterol level in our body by decreasing the reabsorptions of bile or reabsorptions of the cholesterol, or by enhancing the removal of the bile from the intestine through a feces by forming the insoluble or in reabsorbable complex with the bile acid. So like that, so these drugs, so they are helpful for treatment of the hyperlipidemia. Then third mechanism, so regarding the fibric acid derivatives, example is a colfibrate. So these drugs, so they are mainly stimulate the lipoprotein lipase. So then this enzyme utilize the or enhance the turnover of VLDL into a adipose tissues. Further, so they can accelerate the formations of the fatty acids. So due to that, so they are helpful for to show the hypolipidic activity. So the actions regarding, so they are enhance the lipoprotein lipase activity. Then, so they are increases the metabolism or hydrolysis of triglyceride chylomicrons VLDL. Like that they can decrease the their concentration. Then another side, so they are enhance the formation or concentrations of the beneficial lipid like a HDL. So then, so they are helpful for treatment of the hyperlipidemia. So last mechanism, so regarding the nicotinic acid. So this nicotinic acid, it can mainly inhibit the conversions of cholesterol into VLDL. The cholesterol cannot be transported as a cholesterol in the blood, it can transported as a VLDL along with the phospholipids, along with the triglycerides. So then, so these nicotinic acid, niacin or water soluble vitamins, it can inhibit the formations of VLDL from the cholesterol in the liver. So like that, so they can decrease the VLDL level in our blood. So due to that, they can show the actions like, so they can decrease the plasma LDL cholesterol level as well as triglyceride level. And other side, so they can accelerate or enhance the formations of the HDL and HDL concentration. And HDL is nothing but high density lipoprotein. It is the beneficial lipids in our body, so they can lower the harmful lipids. If HDL level is decreased means automatically the harmful lipid level in the blood was increases. But here niacin, it can accelerate the beneficial lipid like HDL. And another side, in the adipose tissues, it can decrease the formations of triglyceride or it can inhibit the lipolysis in the adipose tissues. So due to that, they can decrease the formations of triglyceride, and further triglyceride enter into blood. So they not blood in the liver, then they are involved in the formations of VLDL, then formations of the LDL. But here niacin, it can inhibit the formations of triglycerides. So due to lack of triglyceride in the liver, the VLDL and LDL is not formed. So like that, so the niacin, it can decrease the that is a harmful fat in the blood, and other side it can enhance the beneficial lipids like a HDL. So regarding the pharmacokinetics, so regarding HMG corticosteroids, so their ADR is a liver dysfunction because it can alter the various enzyme activities in the liver also along with the HMG corticosteroids inhibitions. And also it can decreases the cholesterol, and cholesterol is required for the to strengthen the muscle. So due to that use of these drugs, the person was suffering from the myopathy or fatigue. So they are using the all type of the hypercholesteremia. Then regarding bile acid resins, so they are cause the gastric bloating and constipation because they can form the complex insoluble. So to formations of insoluble complex in the small intestine, so they can produce the gastric problem or gas filling in the stomach by use of the bile acid resins, and also they are responsible to cause of the constipation. And these drugs, so they are used along with the statins in the therapy, and as well as, so these drugs they are used in the a moderate elevation of the LDL in the young men and as well as in the menopausal women. Regarding fibric acid derivatives, they cause the gastric upset, development of the gallstones, renal failure, and myopathy. So they are used in the treatment of primary hypertriglyceridemia, familial combined hyperlipidemia.